Welcome to Homeschool Helps with Amanda. I'm Amanda Wares, Homeschool Helps Director within CHE. Today we are going to talk about setting priorities in your homeschool or finding your why. So this time of year, it's dreary outside, the holidays are over. It seems like a really long time until spring break or until the school year's over. And it can be easy to lose sight of why we're doing this. It can feel like drudgery. It can start to feel overwhelming, or you might feel a little burnout. I have found the best way to combat those feelings is to remember your why. Why are you doing this? And along with remembering your why, that leads right into setting what are your real priorities in your homeschool. And I would, after 19 years of doing this, I would challenge you to really think about what those priorities ought to be. After I have graduated 3 kids now and I have one left to go for several years, um, my priorities in my homeschool look different than they did when I started all those years ago. At that point, I think I had a lot of little kids, and my priorities were probably to survive and get to the end of the day with no one injured or screaming or and maybe we have learned something by the end of the day. Those were my priorities at that point. And if you're in that survival mode, that is okay. Really, we have been there, we have done that. But I would challenge you to try really hard to think beyond just survival and think about at the end of this homeschool journey with that child, with your children, what do you want to have accomplished? What do you want your homeschool journey to have accomplished by the end of that? And I would say for me, the priority of relationship is really high up there. The priority of discipleship in my home, that's a huge priority. And honestly, academics doesn't come at the top of those priority lists. Yes, the academics come. Yes, we still do math and history and science and all those things in my house. Um, every day, we still do those academics. I'm not saying not to do that. But what I am saying is if your why, if your motivation, if your highest priority is just get the lessons done, then the the doldrums of this time of year will be even heavier. It will be even harder to remember, why are we doing this? Because academics can happen other places. Academics can get done, but you, the relationships within your family, the relationships between siblings, the relationship between you and your child, um, and that can only happen in your home. And the opportunity that homeschool gives you to foster and nurture and grow those relationships, that doesn't exist anywhere else. It really doesn't. And the day in and day out opportunities for discipleship, that also doesn't exist anywhere else. So I would encourage you, at especially at this time of year, think about what are your long range priorities in your homeschool, and what what do you want at the end of the journey when you're where I am right now with most of your kids grown and gone, and what do you want to look back and say, do you want to say, oh, we did math every single day? Maybe, but I promise you that when you look back 20 years down the road, that math lesson, that phonics lesson that you were so frustrated over, it's going to fade into maybe not so important. And the things that will last as priorities are probably not those academics. So think about that. Um, I hope it will encourage you, even on those days when survival is the goal. I hope it will help. So have a great day, guys.